Last week, there were no demos, there were no topics, it was boring, but it still lasted some time, so there was some content. So today, what day is it? October the 5th. October the 5th. So Teresa is here. Teresa must be angry because it doesn't work. Okay, so today, demos. The issue is that I can't see Dean and I can't see Zoltan. So because Zoltan is not here, probably Lambik doesn't have any demo. And Dean is not here, so probably won't do any demo either because he's not here. So I don't know about demos. Topics. Rem is here and he's never here. So maybe he's here for something or not. Let's see. Release. And we'll ship a new release today or start branching and starting the process for releasing. And you will see how easy it is. It's beautiful. Status then, topics. Topics. I know Antoine and Jasmin were there because I did the ASP.NET community stand-up. So I might have no more voice for this meeting. Did I not close that? Yes, did I not close? Everything else is good. Who just joined? Janice. So status update, Orchard 1. I don't think we merged anything. Orchard 1. Nope, nothing is new. Wait. Yep, nothing is new. Orchard core is this one. I did something. And what do we have here? Main. Where is main? Yeah, I'm always confused. The I is not to see, it's to hide. And that is to show. I'm like, I don't get it. So that 28. Updates, Cypress, we saw that. Beam down JS cookie updates. Then use IStringLocalizer in Model.AddError. Just cleaning up some things because otherwise this one will be encoded and this one also. So double encoding. Well, this one will be encoded. And then add_Model_AddError will also encode it. So now this is not encoded, but add_Model_AddError encodes it. That's good. Logging usage. So Jantiri fixed some issues. I believe in .NET 6 there are some analyzers that will prevent from doing these kind of mistakes. And it will also analyze the content of the string to see if there is an interpolated string and a mismatch argument or something, or if you are not using interpolated strings. Well, sorry, if you are using interpolated strings, because you should not use interpolated strings in Logger extension. Yeah, that is still not super nice. We should use an argument there. Yeah, that's bad. Well, it's error, so it's not allocating, but otherwise it's better to use an argument and pass the argument. So there is no allocation, but in this case it's an error, so that's fine. Encode redirect URLs. I think we talked about it last week. It has been merged, but I changed my mind because actually I merged this for the I merged this in the main branch, but this method has been obsoleted in .NET 6. So as soon as we checked on .NET 6, we saw that it was not building anymore. So they removed it because it was not used correctly by users. It was doing some incorrect things and it was apparently buggy. So they removed it and didn't replace it by something else. So we went with another solution later, you will see. Add store external tokens to OpenID Client recipe step. So this property is now available in the recipe step. It was not. Milan is here. Milan, is there a demo today that I'm not aware of?
I don't know.
Okay, good. Store external tokens for OpenID Client recipe step, JSON recipe deployment step. So JSON recipe deployment step. JSON recipe and source. Yeah, I think the only way before to be able to execute a custom JSON-based recipe step was to create a file with the recipe inside, and it was not easy. So now you can just paste JSON. And then you have the Monaco Encode license inside the editor. And I will mute Laren because of background noise. And yeah, so new JSON recipe step. Updates to StartBootstrap themes, agency, clean blog. Not the coming soon one. By the way, Antoine, do we know what is creating these issues? Good.
The create security update never works. Maybe we can try the npm audit fix.
Maybe we need to update gulp to remove two of them, apparently. We have to check that. And this one is a direct dependency, apparently. This one. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a huge file. I can't know. Okay, but I hope that eventually we fix that. It's not a big issue for us because it's not server-side executed. It's like just our local build scripts that use that. Pretty cool, but I don't like this message. Code mirror update, Monaco update. Package dependencies. Remove EscapeUriString because, as I said, this doesn't exist anymore. So the solution is we added a custom method called EscapeLocationHeader because this is what it's doing. It's a custom escape for the location headers, and it's using get components with custom parameters to do that. The idea is that anytime you do a redirect in MVC, and everyone does that, right? Return redirect, return redirect, return redirect, and all the time. It's been 10 years we've been doing that. For 10 years, we've been doing that wrong, because what you need to pass to the redirect action is an escaped value of the URL. So if you have Greek chars. For instance, when you're named Sotiris and you return a URL with Greek chars inside, it won't be accepted by the servers or the proxies because it contains non-ASCII chars. So they need to be escaped, but not all of them need to be escaped. Just the query strings, the parts that are not like slashes and equals and everything. So we need to call into special method to escape the location header every time, in case you have international chars, for instance. And that works. But I checked online, and so if you don't know about this app, I've probably shown that by the past, but if you say return redirect URL, is that how it works? Oh God. I'm confused. Isn't it something like this? Yeah, return redirect, okay? Okay, NUP commerce, return URL. It's not encoding anything, and because it's in a controller, here, it's passed from there, because that's what all the ASP.NET samples, templates, documentation do, right? They bind the return URL, and they just return it, but that's wrong, because this might be a nice URL because it's unescaped or unencoded by the MVC action, and we pass it directly to redirect, which itself passes directly to location header, and it has to be encoded. Nobody knows. I didn't know. It's just if you look into the code, you realize it's that way. It's not documented. So if you call, and that's even worse here, because in this case that would be fine, because URL.route URL or action.action, they all return escaped URLs. So in this case, it's fine. But if it's the one that's taken from there, it's wrong. So anything that is bound by ASP.NET MVC needs to be encoded before passed there. That's what this PR is about. And then it fixes all issues from Sotiris. And there are also solutions in the templates that Sotiris was using that we provide for mitigations. MKDocs updates, material icons, updates, tenant feature profiles. So the way that you can define all the features that a tenant can have or cannot have, save it as a profile, and then for each of the tenants you can say, I want all the features from this profile. So that has been shipped by Dean. And the way you can customize what modules you can have or features you can enable or disable. Are these modules or features? They should be features. I believe they're features because at some point we filter features. So, so new feature to manage features. OpenID Recipes from Martin, new contributor. Recipes mainly, I think, a refactoring of the deployment steps. Oh, recipes. Oh no, it's a test. Okay, right, to test the deployment step. Okay. OpenID scope test. Yeah, refactoring. I think it's splitting. It's creating a view model for stuff because it was using a view model, one of the view models as the model for the recipe step, and now it's splitting it like there is a view model and there is the step model because they convey different goals, and there was some mismatch with the properties that you can edit in the UI and the ones that you have to send as a step. So we fixed that. That's great. With some tests also. Beautiful. Thank you, Martin. Image shortcode to docs. I'd forgotten about this one. So image shortcode that is available by default to inject the image in any body. And I think Richard created a PR, or at least filed an issue with the fact that these properties don't work correctly, apparently. I don't see it here, so it must be not merged yet. But at least we have documentation, and this will be fixed soon. Thank you, Richard. NodaTime update. Oh, by the way, NodaTime update. In the Nexus, there are new fields to store date and times, and also there are new APIs for time zones. APIs that we require. So we were using a package to manage time zones, and more importantly, mapping between Windows and the next time zones by using the IANA mapping or list. So we're using a custom package. In the Net6, we won't have to use a custom package because the creator of the package was working at Microsoft, implemented it in the Net6 in the runtime directly. So we don't need the package anymore. And this person actually retired a month ago, so he's not working at Microsoft anymore. Interesting. This one, Refactor IQueryResult usage, because sharing the same interface, counting and moving stuff around, because it used to be in the Lucene project, but now there is a Lucene query results in the Lucene project, and iQueryResult is in the abstraction. And what Lucene adds is just a way to count, I think. And we don't expect people to depend directly on Lucene query results, but the Lucene module, which is updated, so that's potentially a non-breaking change. That's potentially breaking, but very safe to say it's not breaking anymore. Maybe we should start using internal in some classes that we think people should not use directly, but just interfaces. But at the same time, if we do that, then people might say, hey, I can't cast it to that to get the count. So but in this case, it's fine. Okay. Questions? What did I miss? What is that? Windows? Okay. Anything new? Maybe. Questions, comments about what we just saw? Topics? Oh, that, okay, topics. So who was there? There was Antoine, there was Jasmin. Who watched the community stand-up? And feedback, what did we miss? Dave was there?
Yeah, it was good. I think that people in the chat wanted to see more like headless stuff with GraphQL than, but what you showed was fine too.
Too easy?
No, it's just probably people want to do also things with GraphQL and use Vue.js and
complex stuff. Yeah,
Angular and yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it's hard to know. Yeah, but I mean, there is for everyone there. Okay, interesting. So I just showed a simple decouple site with Razor pages. I wanted to show the experience of building a new site easily, content-driven, and it works. No fancy stuff. Okay.
I think you should have continued like half an hour more and show things from. But yeah, you missed the time. I think. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we should maybe have a different video to show different stuff for different population.
Yeah, and there's also people that were asking, how do I start with Archer? Is there any recipe that I can use or themes that I can use to start with? Because most people don't know how to code and they want to start from something that is already made for them, which is easier than looking at all the documentation and figuring out everything from the start. Which
use WordPress.
Yeah.
If you don't want to code, don't use Archer.
Yeah, but at the same time, yeah. Maybe it could be something like people could do from the community, sharing recipe and stuff like that. Yeah.
Creating predefined website, like we do for blogs, but
we could do one for the e-commerce.
Yeah, not just the functionality, but they want also nice designs and stuff. They don't have to do. They want WordPress.
Yeah.
They should use WordPress. We will never have as many themes as WordPress.
It's impossible.
Okay, cool. So we need an OpenID SPA thing now. Okay, so that release. So it's time to release. We say 2 months. It's been 2 months and a week. So to release, the idea is that we should have, well, first we have so many branches from Antoine. Antoine, you need to clean yourself, okay? Because, and Isham, oh boy, so look at that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the max you can have, 5. This way I don't have to remove anything. Oh boy, so please clean your branches. It's taking too much time to clone. It's a mess. And GitHub doesn't compact all these things. So many branches. So we should have a release 1.0 branch. We have a release 1.0 branch. I can see it there maybe. So if you look at release, we have 1.0. I just want to check if we did anything there that we didn't do on main. So release 1.0, this is what I have there. Fix release Docker publish script, that thing, because it didn't ship Docker for Linux, I believe, because it was missing that. And then if I go up, where is it going? Publish symbol to from Mirage, because we need to ship the symbols and then do okay. So I just want to be sure that we have that in main. So to be sure, I could just merge this branch into main. So where is release? This one. What does it do? Just the symbols. Okay, I will merge it. Merge remote tracking branch, so that's fine. I'm not breaking anything. I'm just pulling in changes from there. Okay, and I will push. And the change is on the release CI script. Okay. So from there, what we can do is branch main release /1.1. Okay. Check out. And what it means is that, so it's a branch out of main. So by pushing it, we have a new branch release 1.1, and that points to the current state of the main branch, and this is the target to ship a 1.1 release. We can do any change that only relate to 1.1 in this branch, and anything that we don't want in 1.1 in main. Okay, if we want something in 1.1 from now on, we should merge it into release 1.1, and then we can still merge back to the main branch. Like documentation changes, version updates, we can do everything on 1.1, and once we are ready, we can release and then merge back also into main. Okay, so I believe we have to update all the version numbers of the projects in 1.1. Oh, maybe it's already done, right? Is it done? I think we were already building for 1.1. So that's something that we need to change in main actually later. And if we wanted to ship now, the only thing we need to do is to have a tag like this. By tagging this commit, for instance, with v1.1.0, it will automatically build everything, package everything, ship the symbols, ship the packages on NuGet, and ship the Docker images directly. I won't do it now because I want everyone here to know that we are about to do it. And if we want to update documentation, well, we can still do it after on main. That's fine because documentation is out of main. But if there are things we want to merge before we ship, big bugs or stuff like that, like we want to fix the image shortcode because it doesn't work right now. That is just for the .NET 6, so we don't need it. We don't target the .NET 6 yet. When it's shipping, we will target the .NET 6. I don't see anything that's mandatory for 1.1. Unless we should wait for, okay, here everything is assigned to 1.1, which should be a 1.x actually. Where is the priority? Don't we have priority? Oh, P0, P1, we have P1s, P2. Okay, we have P1s. This is not blocking 1.1. It should not either. Yeah, okay. This one should be assigned to 1.x. Do we have a something like this? Yeah, 10x. Ah, it's 10x. Are we shipping 101 or 1.1? I think 1.1 is fine. There are new features, not breaking. Type something.
I guess normally you need to have something new for a major version.
Major means breaking, but we have new stuff. That there are new features, so we can do 1.1. Even new features could be 1.01. That's fine, but I like the 1.1. If it's just a fix, like okay, 1.1. or like 1.01, but here it's more than just fixing these new features and stuff, so 1.1 is fine. We can go 1.26 at some point. It's not very important.
Oh, I'm fine with it. I mean, it's no issue there. It's just for knowing what we want.
It's just the name of this label should maybe .1.x.
.x, yeah, 1.x.
Yeah, okay, so Therese agrees also. Nobody disagrees, so that's fine, we'll do that. I renamed the label to 1.x. Yeah, so branch is done. We just need to push a tag. I won't do it now. I want to leave some time for people to, so I will maybe create an issue. Blank issue. Range. One. Should the convention changes beyond 1.1 and when we merge? Yeah, we should do that. Okay. Okay. And I think we will do that on Thursday morning during triage. Just tag it and see it going on NuGet. Maybe after a small triage to check that nothing is missing. I won't ask you to test everything because, I mean, you're all working on the main branch and this is what we're shipping. I also tried it these past days to prepare the stand-up, and finally I used the 1.0 because it was working well in 1.0. There was nothing in 1.1 I wanted to show. What else? I will pin that. Pin issue. Okay, that's it. Release 1.1. And when we go to issues, we see that. Main things here is that the symbols will be finally published. We missed them in the 1.0 release, and the Docker image for Windows, I think, is missing. And this should be super smooth because we spent a lot of time last time to release 1.0 to make it easy after. The translations. Translations. How does it work? We need to reference the package, right? We need to publish translations first. I'm looking for the package reference. I don't remember where it is. Here, yes. Oh, yes, we need to update that first. Okay. We need to update this package first. Okay. Yes, we need to publish. Okay. We need to publish the translations on NuGet. Copy permalink. isn't it what I pasted here? So we need to publish translations. To update them, there might be a PR on the translations repository. Okay, so we need to publish it, test it, and then. And do we do that on? I'm not sure if we do that on Cloudsmith already. Oh, can they delete? Yeah, okay. This is main that I almost need. Yeah, I don't remember. Publish. This is on. Okay, no, yes, we do that for each release. Stage. Yes, so we push on Cloudsmith. So the goal is that we try the packages from Cloudsmith, and once we are happy with the result of the translations, we can publish on NuGet, and then we update the references in our thread to point to the NuGet one, and we can ship. That's how it works. This is wrong. This should take the. Oh no, this is just. We can update that. It's just. Or we could even use not something like 101 beta. We could use just a big number. So we don't have to change it anytime. It's just any number, the latest available, and we pick the number. So we should remove that. Okay. NuGet version, how is it taking the value? Because it's named NuGet version. Okay, good. Sorry for the administrative comments. Publishing release. Because we have a list of steps to follow. Yeah, this is obsolete. Do we need to run the PO extractor? Actually, we should.
I will check.
Okay, but based on the new things, look at what's missing, because yeah, we should have run it before, so we have time to provide some missing translations. Okay. Thank you, Gabor. Questions, comments? So Thierry, where is your website? I want to see it.
Almost there. Almost.
It's never ending, right? That's like all projects, never see the end.
Yes.
Okay. All good then. If there is no more topics, then we'll end the meeting on that. Thanks, everyone. See you next week with a new version, 1.1.